Justin Plummer here, welcoming you to another episode of IWC Aftershock. Now, for weeks we've been saying that the IWC was going to end 2012 with a bang, and that's exactly what happened at Winner Takes All 2012, our final event of the year. Now, we have so much time, so little to cover. Strike that, reverse it, you know what I mean. But the big news coming out of the event, Logan Shulo, title versus title, against Sami Callihan, the man who stepped in for an injured Michael Facade, with special guest referee Jimmy DeMarco. Well, at least that was supposed to be the big news coming out of the night, because once again, John McChesney and Team Big League stole the spotlight, stole the show at Winner Takes All. Now, we've already seen John McChesney look to recruit some new members to Team Big League. It was just a few episodes ago that we saw him approach Aiden Vale and Jordan Lennox in the locker room. But at Winner Takes All, he approached these two gentlemen in the ring, and in the first twist of the night, turned his back on them. He actually went and recruited two new members, the returning James Nutter and the debuting Joseph Brooks. Now, this made Team Big League bigger and better than ever. But the new and improved Team Big League wasn't quite enough to help John McChesney survive the wrath of the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. Because we all know Norm Connors brought in Tommy Dreamer to teach John McChesney a lesson, and Norm made that match an Extreme Rules match. Now, Tommy Dreamer beat John McChesney from pillar to post, from top of the arena to the back of the arena, through the crowd. Ring bells were involved, steps were involved, but when it was all said and done, Tommy Dreamer came out on top. Now, you probably think that's the last you should have seen of John McChesney for the night, but of course it wasn't. John McChesney, Team Big League, trying to steal the spotlight once again, because it was in your title versus title main event where they made a reappearance. Let's take a look at the video footage, see which man made history becoming the first ever IWC Heavyweight Champion and Super Indie Champion, and then let's take a look at what many fans are calling the most controversial moment in IWC history, quickly following that match.
The first time ever, both IWC singles titles are in possession of one man, and what a man he is, Farnsworth. But that's Team Big League, that's Brooks. Nutter is out here as well, and there you see Big League John McChesney.
When he left, Chuck Roberts put me in charge. I see three of you guys out there, and I see three of us in the ring.
What?
Are you kidding me?
What?
How about a little Christmas bonus match? Jimmy. What do you guys think?
Hey!
What?
Norm went with a low blow to Marco with a
Tommy
C4.
Dreamer was right. The following contest made by me is for the IWC Heavyweight Championship with your special guest referee, Jimmy DeMarco. Logan Shulo defends against John McChesney right now.
What? That's not right. Damn it. Oh, Shulo kicked out.
Oh my God! I am floored. I am speechless.
Never trust a promoter.
Oh!
Kick. What in the? How long has this been brewing? We have a new
Here is
champion.
your winner and new IWC Heavyweight Champion, Big League John McChesney.
Yeah! On the camera, the new IWC champion, thanks to the new IWC owner, Norm Connors, Delicious, Jimmy DeMarco, Joe Brooks, Jimmy Nuts. You know what? You know what? Somebody needs to document this. Go get that idiot Plummer. I finally let the talk go for the first time.
It's back where it belongs, baby.
Back where it belongs. Money. See this thing? Oh my God, we're gonna get him in here. Get him in here. Come here. Oh yeah. All right, Plummer, interview us. Come on. Go ahead.
Sure don't talk.
Come on, loosen up.
What in the hell was that, guys?
What in the hell was what? Delicious Jimmy DeMarco is back. Team Big League is bigger and stronger than ever with Jimmy Nuts, Joe Brooks, Big Big League John McChesney and delicious Jimmy DeMarco. That's the type of dirty you can't wash off right there. Huh, Plummer?
Listen, I don't know what you think went on out there, and I know you guys are running around saying that Norm now owns the company. I have to be clear, I can't get a hold of Chuck Roberts, but nobody has seen a contract. Nobody saw that. Why
I don't need a contract. I'm the one holding the title, Justin Plummer. You know, this party seems a little...
Where's the nerd? Where's the nerd? Nerd! 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 Nerd!
What?
Guys, you talking about me?
Celebration.
That's it. Let's get the ladies.
So a ridiculous celebration, and even worse, we see Norm Connors turning his back on the IWC fans. Now, still to this day, nobody has seen a contract. We do not know officially who owns the IWC. But we do know that Chuck Roberts left Courttime Sports Center that night to take Facade, who was attacked in the parking lot, to the hospital, and he left Norm Connors in charge. That means that match was legal, and John McChesney is your new World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I had to catch up with the man that Norm Connors brought to Winner Takes All, personally invited, a friend of his, a man that he shares mutual respect with, the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. I wanted to get his thoughts on the controversial ending to Winner Takes All. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Plummer here with IWC Aftershock. I'm here with the hardcore icon, the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. And Tommy, on behalf of the IWC, I'd like to welcome you. Thank you for being here tonight. Unfortunately, things didn't go out the way that any of us expected. A good friend of yours, Norm Connors, invited you here tonight to teach another man that you respect, John McChesney, a little bit of a lesson. You did just that. But after that disaster, after that debacle that we just saw to end our show tonight, you certainly can't be happy.
I guess the best way for me to sum it up is disappointed. I've known Norm for, man, he used to come to all the shows in ECW, man. He was a young kid, he was a wrestling fan, man. And he watched our company grow, and you know, some of the guys, when ECW was going, he would run, you know, little shows, and the guys would work there. I remember, you know, Blue Meanie would work for him, and you know, Stevie Richards, they were all work for the guy, and then they would, you know, they started working for us, and when ECW went out of business, I worked for him, and I've known him a long time. And, you know, you make, hell, what, since 1994? And, you know, it's a long time.
Yeah.
And they asked me to come here, you know, wrestle. I love wrestling, man. I wrestle every single weekend. But when you get a chance to see a locker room like this, and a locker room with guys who deserve to be in the locker room, and I said it out there, everybody deserves to be here. There's some really, really good talents, and it reminds me of what was so special to me. And then, and McChesney, I knew him, he was a skinny little kid. He was like, I'm gonna be a wrestler. I was like, yeah, kid, whatever. But he kept on showing up, and you know, and I knew him as a fan, and then I get to wrestle him, and he had a chip on his shoulder. I was like, really, you're the same kid? And I try hammering into him, he doesn't have to be that way. And then you see what happens tonight, and I've been wrestling more than half my life, and you look at it, it's like, people will never learn, but I'm happy to be here. I will come back when need be, but yeah, it's a real downer, bummer. It's a really crappy way to end a note and end what to me was a real good night.
And I'm almost embarrassed the way things went down tonight. And I hope you don't think that's a true representation of what the IWC is all about. Because you just mentioned it, we have some great guys back here in the locker room, some of the hardest workers in the business. We have some of the best fans, and after you won your match tonight, you even heard just about every single one of them was on their feet, chanting for you to come back to the IWC. Tommy, it's been a pleasure having you here. I hope you answer their request. I hope to see you back here in the IWC someday. I apologize for tonight.
You don't have to apologize. I don't mean to cut you off. You do not have to apologize. I fought this for the longest time. There's politics in wrestling, and there's BS in wrestling, and tonight was a big BS. The fans want me to come back. I will come back, but you know what? This company may need me to come back, because there's going to be a lot of crap on the horizon. And I don't hope that you don't have to go through the behind the scenes that I went through, and a lot of those guys out there, because they don't deserve it, because they work so hard.
All right, Tommy, thanks for the words. Thanks for being with us here on IWC Aftershock. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Now, conspicuous by his absence from the celebration that we saw a little bit earlier on, Marshal Gambino was nowhere to be found when Team Big League was celebrating the capturing of the IWC title. Now, I was able to find him, of course, because the Aftershock cameras are always rolling. I caught up with Marshal Gambino to find out why he wasn't there and to get his plans for the future in 2013 with the IWC.
All right, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Plummer in the locker room of Marshal Gambino.
Hold on a minute. You know what, bro? I'll give you a call. I'll get back to you. Yeah. All right. Later.
Locker room, Marshal Gambino. Marshal, I'm sorry, man. You know me. I'm
It
always.
was on a phone call. It's pretty rude.
I know. Listen, my bad. Do you want me to?
Nah,
Do you want
for
me to
now.
go?
Nah. What do you
Good?
want?
You got a minute?
Yeah. What do you want?
I mean, tonight, you know, you've seen what happened throughout the night. Crazy night in the IWC. Particular crazy night for Team Big League. But you and your match, six-man tag.
Don't even worry about it.
What?
I'm done, Plummer. I'm done.
What do you mean you're done? You're
Done.
Quit. You can't quit the IWC. You've been here since the beginning.
No, I'm not quitting IWC. You always jump to conclusions. Jesus.
You said you were
No,
done.
Team Big League's not for me anymore. Nah, it's, evidently John doesn't need my help anymore. He's got some new members, which, fine. Wish him the best. Flexor,
Yeah, we saw it.
yeah,
Saw
well,
it happening again tonight.
I've just had it up to here with this shenanigans. From me getting arrested, he can't come bail me out. He acts like a goof.
Yeah,
That's not me.
All right, you're leaving Team Big League.
Yeah.
They basically, I'm still not sure what exactly happened tonight, but it appears that Team Big League's on the top of the company right now. So if you're leaving them, if you're gonna walk away from that, well, what are your plans? What are you gonna do?
Well, I think it's time that Marshal Gambino does what's best for Marshal Gambino. I would just say, stay tuned. See you, buddy.
All right, folks, I'm not exactly sure what that meant, but stay tuned. Marshal Gambino, some big changes coming up.